Fideua, born in Valencia, Spain. Shrimp, fish, calamari, cooked with Fideu pasta in a luxurious broth. You gotta see this one. Let's do it. Welcome to my workshop. So the story goes that in Valencia, Spain, the captain of a fishing ship loved rice banda, but the crew members didn't enjoy it because the captain will eat a lot more rice than his usual portion, leaving them hungry. So on one trip, they were low on rice, and the cook decided to use fideos instead of rice. Fideos is like a spaghetti pasta, but cut into 1.5-inch pieces. They tried these fideos to see if the captain will not enjoy it as much, but for their demise, the captain loved it, and the Fideua was born. Let's see if you guys love it as much as the captain. It is very time consuming, but it's worth every minute. Let's start by making the broth. For this preparation, we're gonna need the shells of the shrimp and the bones of a fish. If you don't want to prepare this with yourself, you can substitute with chicken stock, fish stock, or even clam juice. After we peel and devein the shrimp, we move on to the head-on shrimp and peel and clean everything, leaving the head attached. Traditionally, this preparation is made with monkfish, but if you can't find monkfish, you can use bass, rockfish, lobster, or any other firm fish, but definitely not salmon. So to clean the fish, we have to make sure the fish smells like the ocean and the eyes are clear. We'll make a cut behind the gill and run the knife through the top of the fish from the head to the tail, making sure we are running the knife against the bone. Then we will turn the fish 180 degrees and run the knife from the tail to the belly, removing the fillet, and doing the exact same thing on the other side. Then to remove the fillet, cut 1 inch or 2 off the skin, then change your grip on the fillet to a secure grip on the top of the fish skin that you created with the first cut. Hold the knife at a fixed angle, around 35 degrees, 45 degrees, and wrinkle the skin back and forth, pulling backwards on the top of the fish skin, and continue this motion until you reach the end of the fillet. Then grab the bone of the fish, cut it into 3 or 4 pieces, and get it ready for the stock. Now, let's dice the onions, carrots, celery, and chop the garlic. We will place all these aromatics in a stock pot with 2 tablespoons of olive oil and saute them until golden brown color is achieved. Now we will add the shrimp shells and the fish bones to the pot together with 1 tablespoon of peppercorns and 3 bay leaves. We will continue sauteing until the shrimp shells have turned a reddish color. We will then deglaze with a cup of white wine, let it reduce for about 5 minutes, and add enough water to cover the bones and aromatics, probably about 1/4 of an inch above them. Now we will simmer this for about 45 minutes and strain. This is the color I was looking for. This is what we sauteed before. We want that golden color on this stock. Now I'm just gonna add a pinch of saffron and let it bloom. Now let's cut the aromatics for the Fideua. The onions, red peppers, and garlic we're gonna set aside, and then work on the calamari. We'll do rings and the tentacles. Now that we have our stock pot ready, we're going to toast the fideos in a paella. If you don't have the paella, you can do it in a large saute pan. Toast them until they are brown or medium color brown, and you can smell the nuttiness out of the pasta. They will not toast evenly. Some will toast a little darker and some a little lighter. Don't worry about it, it's perfect like that. Remove from the heat once they are toasted and set aside. In the same pan, we will saute the head-on shrimp with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, very lightly until they just turn color. All we want is just the color and the oil for the paella. Remove the shrimp from the pan and add the aromatics. Saute them on a medium heat for about 5 minutes until caramelized. Make a hole in the center of the pan and add your tomato paste. Incorporate the tomato paste with the aromatics. Then add the sweet paprika, salt, and pepper. Add the stock, and once it comes to a boil, add the fideos. Stir to incorporate everything. Let it come to a boil again. Reduce the heat to medium. Add the calamari, headless shrimp, and the fish. Stir softly to incorporate it into the stock. Taste and season accordingly if needed. Oh, I should have mentioned before, the ratio of stock to fideos is 2-to-1. In this preparation, I used 2 cups of fideos. Now, we're gonna let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes to dry the pasta. We don't want to stir it anymore. And once the pasta is drying out, we will add the head-on shrimp. Reduce to medium-low heat and let it cook until the noodles are soft, smooth, and the fideua is not runny. You should be able to hear the sizzling on the pan. That means the the stock has evaporated and is ready to serve. So remove from the heat, sprinkle with parsley, and add the juice of 1 lemon. Place in the middle of the table with slices of lemon and enjoy your hard labor. Tonight, you are the hero. My kids devour this thing like piranhas, and I was a hero for at least 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you try it. It is really, really, really worth it. Please comment on what would you like to see next. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Share with everybody, and God bless. Ciao.